welcome back to another certified OG chafing video. Back in the 1980s, Audi was absolutely dominating the rally sport thanks to the Quattro all-wheel drive system. But due to the changing homologations, Audi needed something better than the old Quattro. So in 1983 they developed the Audi Sport Quattro, which was the homologation model for the Sport Quattro S1, and it absolutely paved the way to make Audi one of the greatest car manufacturers of the world. This is not only one of the most important cars Audi has ever built, but also probably one of the most expensive that you can buy. And in today's video, I have the one-in-a-lifetime chance to test a genuine Audi Sport Quattro out on the snowy streets of northern Lapland. So sit back, relax and enjoy. Hello and welcome back to another certified OG chafing video. Today we have a pretty special day ahead of us because we're testing arguably the most expensive and most important car I've ever driven in my life today, because today we're testing this. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Audi S1 Sport Quattro, and it's not only any Sport Quattro, it's the short version and it's an all original Sport Quattro. If you know anything about cars and if you know anything about Audis, this might be the most expensive Audi you can buy, and also the most important they've ever created. Because this car, back in the 80s, launched Audi to the famous brand that it is right now. This car has won so many rally championships, it actually got disqualified. This car killed people. I'm not like the biggest Audi guy. I know that this is a very special car, but I actually didn't know how special it was until Mani and everybody else literally with us on this trip here told me. This is my friend Niels' car, the guy who owns like this facility here that we own. Shout out to Niels for actually giving us the opportunity to test this car today. You can't even find one for sale, and if it is for sale, this car runs easily like 800-900,000 euros.
Yeah.
Without any issues. I don't know how many were produced.
200 or 400.
So not many around right now. There's been many replicas popping up over the last few years, and the replicas already are selling for 200 to 300,000, depending how good the replica are. And let's take a closer look at it. Let's start off with the interior, because I think this is the most funny part about this car. The interior looks like you would imagine an 80s car to look like. You have this huge Recaro sports seat with the very funky looking headrest. I don't know why you can grab through here. If you look in the rear, the passengers actually have no space at all, so probably also no space to breathe. So they will probably need this hole here to get some air or something.
Imagine Scherb and me in the back.
No way. I don't know why they even bothered to put a rear seat in this car.
Also, ich glaube, es wird schon passen.
Anyway, the rest of the interior, absolutely beautiful. It's so minimalistic and so 80s. I love it. I love the instrument dash here. I love these huge switches. It's like, you know, the grandpa phones that have extra huge switches. This is the car is the equivalent to that.
Yeah.
You have a very beautiful radio here. I don't know if this is original, but it kind of...
No, it's a modern one.
Modern.
Yeah. 2000-ish.
You can turn off and on your ABS. You have heated seats, but probably only for the driver's seat, because I don't see a second button here. You have all these nice gauges. Kind of reminds me of my Evo. Here you can probably play around with the overdrive system. I don't really know how. I think like the whole package that this car gives you, it just fits perfectly. Yeah. The car looks very funky from the outside. It looks like a shoe carton, and it also looks very funky from the inside. I think it's gonna be good to drive this car later, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
So now to get to the reason why this car became so famous. First of all, you saw it already on the outside. It has the wide fenders in the front and the rear.
Yeah.
This is the short version. There's been a longer version that Niels also has in red. So Niels is a very good Audi fanboy. Gives you exactly probably like 3 meters.
Yeah.
3 meters of wheelbase, which made this car absolutely incredible to drive in the rallies. And it's equipped with the Quattro overdrive system, which we all know it's a pretty good system. Typical 80s style spoiler made out of gummi. You can touch it. It's very nice and soft.
Nice.
The rear looks also pretty sick with the black tail lights.
Yeah.
It came like this from the factory. Audi even tells you that this car is a coupe in case you don't know it.
It's a nice detail with the...
War das nicht eins von den ersten Autos mit Quattros? It was one of the first cars. They came equipped with the Quattro overdrive system, and I honestly can't wait to see how well it actually works.
Yeah.
Here a nice little funk exhaust going on. I don't really know how this car is going to sound. I haven't really heard it properly yet. Let's look under the hood. Ich hab so Angst, dass ich das hier mache.
Yeah.
This is the heart piece of the Sport Quattro. 5-cylinder turbocharged engine. And also another reason why Audi kept producing these 5-cylinder engine and why they became so famous for it, because it just worked so incredibly well in this car. If you look at it like this, I have to say it doesn't really look that special. But in the 80s, this car has 300 horsepower. In the 80s, this was mind-blowing. It was a normal car, a regular car, 300 horsepower, more horsepower than some of the Ferraris that came out at the time. Absolutely crazy. This here is also pretty funny. Just saw that Motor-Einstelldaten, so engine adjustment data. Basically gives you all the specs that this engine should have here on the hood. I've never seen that before. Still has the original stickers. This car is crazy, honestly. And Niels, his family has owned this car for quite a long time already, and they've never touched it. So this car has not been restored, which I like very much, because I don't know about you guys, but I just feel that these cars, they should have some sort of patina. They should have scratches. They shouldn't be 100% perfect. This gives the car its charm, the vibe that it really needs. I don't like these old cars when they're like 100% restored, because this really means that you can't really drive the car, because you have to be careful about everything. But like this, you're gonna see today, we can drive it, we can have fun with it. And this is what really matters with cars. You're supposed to drive them and you're supposed to enjoy them. And you don't really enjoy them by sitting in a garage looking at them. You enjoy them by driving them. So, let's go.
Yes. I'm really nervous.
Yeah. Look at the battery voltage when you turn on the indicators. Yeah, my first time ever driving the original
Sport Quattro.
S1 Sport Quattro. And so far I have to say it feels like a normal car. Yeah, this car is equipped with spikes, so the only thing we have to be careful, Neil said, is I can't turn the serial fully because it would scrape on the inside, so we're not gonna do that.
I kind of like the big windows from the inside, because you have such a good
so
view.
much visibility.
Yeah. But from outside it looks like an aquarium.
After learning how much this car costs, I have a bit...
It's so expensive.
Yes. In my mind, it's like way too expensive for what it is.
Yeah.
I understand that people pay this amount because they just want to have the originality and everything. But at the same time, you can buy so much other stuff with this amount of money, you know? You can buy so many E36s. Let's do one quick pull.
Boah, der druckt doch! Der druckt oder?
Yeah.
Ey, ohne Scheiß.
This car actually moves way faster than, this is way faster than
For 300 horsepower, it's quick.
It feels like it's closer to 400, 500.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you think back into the 80s, driving this car must have been insane.
Yeah.
I think I kind of get it now why this car is so hyped.
Yeah.
I honestly, this feels very nice to drive. It's so nice that you can turn off the ABS.
Yeah.
Just like you wish to die, you just turn it off. It's actually a very comfortable car. You can drive it really nicely. You can cruise along with it.
Yeah.
If you look at it.
Voll.
Oh, but what kind of person bought this car in the 80s? Because with like the old M5s and everything, you get it. It's like businessman or something to buy it. But what kind of person do you have to be, or did you have to be in the 80s to buy this?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Because it's like really cool.
Imagine driving to Switzerland or to Kitzbühel.
Yeah, and
skiing.
With the skis.
Yeah.
Crazy. Such a cool car though. I like the interior. I like how it smells. I wish you guys could pick up the smell on the phone.
Yeah.
But it just smells like typically 80s car. My E34 smells very interestingly. It smells a lot like leather.
Yeah.
It also has this like old car smell to it. But this is a bit different. It smells kind of sweet a little bit.
Yeah. I get it.
I don't know. I like it. I like how old cars smell. That's why I don't like air fresheners and stuff, because they ruin the smell. It's got the typical Audi 5-cylinder sound to it. It's not really loud, but like I said, this car is completely original, which is rare.
Yeah.
But you feel it in your legs and everything. It's that typical Audi 5-cylinder roar. That's like... I love it.
Yeah.
I have so much respect for it right now. If it would be mine, I would do the craziest things with this car. But I have respect for Niels and I have respect for this car, so I'm gonna hold myself back a little bit. I really do not want to destroy this car because it's so, not only expensive, but also like so important. It's such an important car.
Yeah. It's got so much history and everything.
I literally have a little bit of goosebumps right now, a little bit.
greetings to Mr. Well.
We've never really told you in the video. We're still in Finland, by the way, if you think where the f are you?
Yeah.
We're above the Arctic Circle, really, really high up. Pretty much one of the most northern points in Europe you can possibly go. And Niels literally drives all of his cars up here. He lives here and he drives his car up here.
Yeah.
He drives them hard. You're gonna see later. He's a good guy, Niels.
Yeah.
I really like him. Shout out again, Niels.
Yeah.
We're meeting up with Niels at our little lovely road, by the way, in case you're wondering where we're going right now. Niels is already there. Yeah, we're currently waiting for Niels. Niels has an important business meeting, but he was kind enough to let us play around at his facility, which is Lapland Proving Ground. I said it in the last video already, we're actually very privileged to do this because normally only like prototype testing is being done here. So now we have this huge open field, and Niels literally told me to go and drive here, get used to the car, so that we take it out later on the streets that I don't pick it up. So let's get used to the car.
Yeah.
When you work with the weight of the car, it's actually very easy to control.
Yeah.
So far. What I can say though is that the car understeers a little bit if you don't throw it into the corner with the brakes properly.
Yeah.
So like this, it's understeers, and then the rear loose comes, and then you can use it to go.
But we don't play it with the differential stuff.
Vorne.
Ah, schau. It's locked.
Boah, da jetzt einfach.
Geil, Alter.
This car actually wants to kill you if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Very cool.
So far, I have to say, I really like it. It drives so cool, but it's so different than everything I'm used to driving, you know? You can kind of compare it to the Evo 5, but at the same time, it also feels way more old school than the Evo 5. Obviously, it's way older. It looks so funny from the side. Yeah, Niels has fun time. This is Niels. You've seen it in some videos already. Before I take it for a spin, Niels is going to drive it really quick to kind of show me. So we're gonna jump in the car now and then drive to our favorite little road, and then we're gonna see what this thing actually can do, at least a little bit. Yeah, let's have fun. So let's jump in. It's so sick. I'm so nervous still. All right, let's see. So obviously Niels has driven the car a bit more than me, since it's basically his car. So I think it's in good hands right now. And one thing I can tell you already, it feels so sketchy as a passenger. I feel like I'm the passenger of Walter Rell right now. I would need a sheet with pace notes. This is such an amazing feeling, honestly. I wish you guys could sit here right now. It's so cool. You guys know I'm a bad passenger, but I'm so nervous right now. Suspension is so good. I like it. Because it's not so stiff like in all the modern cars. It's more soft and it glides over the speed bumps and it helps you maneuver the car actually really well. Because with the soft suspension you can just throw it into the corners a lot more. At least it feels like this in the passenger seat right now. I don't think there's many people on earth that drive their S1, the original S1 like this, honestly. So shout out. Yeah? Danke, Nils. Yeah. Okay, I think it's my time to drive. I'm so nervous. One thing that Niels told me though, they drove this car over the last 5 years 100 kilometers. So yeah, I have one more reason to be careful.
Yeah.
But we're on a road now. I know this road by heart now. So let's.
Oh. Wow. Das ist schon geil.
Schnell werden dort schon.
Ja. Geil.
Car is pretty funky to drive. I think that would describe it the best. Understeers a lot at the start, but then once you get it to spin properly, it's actually a lot of fun. I really like it.
But I already see you must work a lot of it.
Yeah. Must have been so sick to drive in the 80s. I really like this car, and I really like it a lot. Probably one of the coolest things I've driven in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'll ever get a chance like this again.
No, definitely not. That's why I'm enjoying it, the moment right now, so much.
Bro, I love it. And the sun and everything now.
Yeah. It's so sick. But sometimes my ass cheeks go.
Yeah, sometimes it just falls into the corner. You can move the car a lot just by steering and braking.
Yeah.
And I like shit like that.
So that enough here. Okay. So schnell.
Das war jetzt gar nicht. I really have to concentrate hard.
Yeah,
this car is not easy to drive. I really have to say that. You really have, and I think it would be better if I would drive it a bit more.
Yeah.
But I don't want to drive it that much as well.
But you drive so good right now.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's literally so much fun. Having such a good time.
Yeah. That's the most important thing in life.
Yeah.
Having a good time.
Could use a bit more power for those like really long turns. But once the boost kicks in, once the turbo kicks in, it's just so nice. It's moving. And the car likes it. You notice how it just keeps on going.
Yeah.
I like it too.
Yeah, it's so cool.
I like it. I never thought I would say this. I up until like 2 days ago, I didn't even know this car existed and what it really was.
Yeah.
But I really have to say, so cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't get hot, nothing. Car just is an absolute animal. Ja, jetzt sind.
Oh, das ist so geil.
Zweiter Warte ein bisschen.
Why?
You have to get into the flow with this car. You have to get, once you're in the flow and once you have everything figured out perfectly, then it's perfect, then it's amazing. shitty, but brake. Ah ja.
Wahnsinn. Yeah.
And then the throttle again. And then the brake a little bit in the meantime. Brake. Throttle. Brake. And once you brake, the car comes loose. It likes it. That's what it likes. Weight transfer and everything is... This is what this car needs.
Yeah. I'm speechless.
Yeah. I
So
hope
cool.
you guys can enjoy it as well. It's like, I'm literally driving the most important car Audi has arguably ever created.
Yeah.
On the snowy roads of Finland. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Somewhere above the Arctic Circle.
Ohne Scheiß.
Unglaublich. Unbelievable that Audi actually did this in the 80s and created this car.
Yeah.
This is so much fun. This is way cooler than everything they created now.
Yeah.
And this is arguably top 10 coolest cars I've ever driven, really.
Yeah. Really sick.
It feels like an old school Evo. Look!
Yeah.
Didn't even have to throttle, all I did was just steer a little bit and
weight
the car
transfer,
does everything for you. That's what I mean, you have to dance with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless, really.
Yeah. I got small tears in my eyes, to be honest.
So sick,
Yeah.
really. And I love this road here as well.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to POV. Sheepman driving his most expensive car yet. Still nervous a little bit. The only thing I'm missing a little bit is the sounds of this car. I understand the car needs to be completely original to maintain its worth and everything, but you know, it would be cool if you would hear the turbo noises and everything a little bit more and the 5-cylinder sound. You can't tell me that this is not absolutely surreal. What the f? The gas pedal just disappeared. Look at this. Oh my god. Can't believe it. I literally can't believe it. I drive a car one time and it starts to disintegrate. But good thing it happened like this, because you need the gas sometimes to correct the car. I just broke Niels's S1. I don't know what to do. Shit.
Service-Team ist da.
Ey, keine Ahnung, ich hab Gas gegeben und das Gaspedal ist einfach am Boden runtergeflogen. Was ist denn das? War nicht.
Das war ja sowieso hier wohnen.
Ja, egal ob es das.
Ja, guck mal.
At the rubber piece, there's the gas cable is mated to the gas pedal. This rubber piece basically just corroded over time and now it broke off. Nothing too bad, luckily, but still. Whew. Yeah, this could have been really, really bad if it would have happened at the wrong time, but luckily it was only on the straight.
Ja, da. Das ganz schön geht so, das kann so ein Muffen, da ist so ein Eile gekrackelt, oder?
Achso, und du hast das
Ja,
Seil da.
das Seil jetzt halt rausgeguckt, was ich mir rein da an der Klebeband überwuscheln.
Alter, das war jetzt aber richtig sketchy, weil ihr das Gas genau braucht.
So, ja.
Boah.
Das machen wir jetzt, das fixen wir jetzt.
This car is now officially Sheepman approved.
Oh yeah, baby, nice.
Perfekt. Service Team, jawohl. Hey, danke, Robi.
Ja, läuft wieder.
Passt, weiter geht's.
Ja, Mann, Dankeschön. Muss ich mal ein Service-Team mit.
Quick little fix and everything's alright again. But damn, yeah, I was scared there for a second. I already spoke to Mani. Alright, here we go again. Alright, we're gonna drive back to Niels now. The car needs fuel and also I think I have everything that I need. I'm honestly scared if I drive it more it's gonna... I mean, we all know that the cars like to be driven, but I don't wanna like push it too much. So that was still honestly a very, very cool experience and I really like it.
Yeah.
I've gained a lot of respect for these cars and for the people that drive them and also like how they drive them. Well, these people back in the 80s and the 90s and the rallies, they drove these cars at the limit and that was absolutely crazy. This is as close to a Group B car as you can probably get like from the factory.
Yeah.
And I love stuff like this. You know, rally is for me the coolest kind of motorsport. So sitting in this close to rally icon and driving it properly is a huge dream of me and a huge shout out to Niels once again for letting me do this, for making it possible. I really love this stuff. Absolutely beautiful car. I like the interior the most, I think.
Yeah, it's very simple.
Yeah,
And
steering wheel, so cool.
yeah.
Yeah, the car is back in the garage in one piece and I am actually so happy because nothing happened. Ah, was für ein Tag.
Mir fällt der Stein vom Herzen, dass nichts passiert ist.
Unglaublich. I am still a little bit speechless. Don't even ask what's going on back there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is what we have to worry about. And this car, let me tell you, this car is an absolute masterpiece. And I think I understand the hype now. I was pretty relieved once this test was over. Don't get me wrong, it was a one-in-a-lifetime chance and I absolutely enjoyed every second of it. But driving a car this expensive on these conditions in the road was very nerve-wracking. I really have to say though, the car handled absolutely amazing and I'm genuinely blown away just how good the car actually was. It's crazy to me that Audi built something like this in the 80s. The all-wheel drive system combined with the locking front and rear differential on the car were absolutely amazing and probably one of the best I've ever driven, which is crazy to say considering just how many other all-wheel drive cars I've tested on the snow already. And the most insane thing to me was just how well this car felt when you pushed it close to the limit. And in my mind, it was even easier to drive the car hard than it was to drive the car normal. It seemed almost like the car wanted to be pushed. At this point, I just want to give a quick shout out again to Niels for making this possible, and thanks for letting me drive this absolute masterpiece of a car. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again very, very soon.